Welcome back to CAD/CAM Legend. In this tutorial, I am going to show you how can you model this timing pulley inside SolidWorks, and we will look at the model tree, how we made this by using the different features like revolve, boss base, extruded cut, and many more. Okay, so let's have a look at that step by step. Okay. So let's first superimpose the files that we have applied in making of this timing pulley. So let's just come here, and when it's converted into paint, so just you have to click here on the green line and just drag it upward. Let me superimpose the other features, and let's have a look at the first sketch that from where we have began this part to model. See? This is simply a sketch, and when you come inside to the sketch and let's come to the edit sketch, you will see here such kind of situations like this. I just make a sketch assigning the different dimensions you can see from here, and you can just see a V portion over here as well. So you can just assign the different dimensions. Okay. And what about this radius? Actually, this is the radius of the pulley, because this time we're going to revolve this sketch about this axis. And let me exact sketch for now. And how it gets revolved, let's have a look at that also. Let me condense it right now. And let's come to the body. Click on the body. And after that, come to the edit feature, and you will see here, and this way it gets revolved. Okay, just I selected the line 1, 3 as an axis of revolution, and you have to understand you have to keep the angle of revolution 360. Okay, when I just click here, and let me delete it for now, and we will see how it gets revolved when I select this line. See? And here you have to select the counters, which is this portion. I will say okay. See? So in this way, it gets revolved. We have made this first model. Next, we see what we have done. This time we have just created a bow tool. Let's have a look at the sketch and dimensions. We just draw a circle on this face of diameter 5 mm, exact sketch. And this time, when you come here to the bow and edit sketch, so this time you have to select to all, or either you can select to all both. I will say okay. Next, what we have done, we have created these pattern cutouts. Okay. And if you want to look at the sketch, let's come to the sketch here, how we make the sketch. Click on sketch, and let's come to the edit sketch. See, this time we have just draw circles of diameter 1.1 mm, and we have just draw the bigger circle of diameter 12.84 on this surface, as you can see here. Okay, and after that, what we have done, we have just used the circular pattern, okay, to pattern these entities to all. Okay, see, okay, so in this way this pattern is done. Next, what we have to do, we have to look at the other features that we have applied in making or modeling this part. Let me drag it down. Wait for a few seconds. And let me drag it down a little bit. We have used fillet for this sharp corners. If you want, you can see it well. Click on fillet. And after this, come to edit feature, and we have selected the concern edges, we have faded, and we have keep the fillet radius 0.16. I will say okay. Next we create a fix, and how we done this, we have just create a sketch on the top plane. When you come to the edit sketch, and then you click on the top plane, sorry, or the top plane. So as you can see, these are in line, and I just draw a circle on this plane, assigning the dimension at the middle of this portion. And as you can see here, at a distance of 4 and of diameter 3 mm. Let me exact sketch. And when I come here, and let's have a look at the cutout. Click on fix, or you can say extruded cut, edit feature. And this time what we have done, we have select the sketch plane, and that we have made the profile, and this time I will select to all. But we didn't deal with the direction too. When you check this one, so this time you will get such thing, such kind of thing. I'll say okay. Next we just create a chamfer. See, a chamfer at this hole. See, we have just done this chamfer, and see the chamfer distance, that is 0.7 mm at a degree of 54. Next, what we have done, we have just added an axis, as you can see here. And how can you add an axis into your model? This is simply better. You can just come into features, click on the reference geometry, and here you have to click on the axis. Let me come downward, and we have just patterned this feature along the circular portion. Let's have a look at the pattern. See, this time you have to choose the direction one, because in circular direction I want, so I must select this axis, which I selected here, the degree of 270, and we have the number of entities, only 2. I will say okay. Next, what we have done, we have add another portion inside this hole. See, let me zoom it like this, which is a circular portion, and let's have a look at the sketch. Make it normal. So this time I'm just going to extrude the circular portion, not the hexagonal portion. I will do it in next step. See, and how it is done, let's have a look at that also. When I come to fix, edit feature, this time I will take an offset at a distance of 4.5 mm from this sketch in this direction. If you want, you can just change the direction from here as well. You have to keep it blind because this time I'm assigning some dimension, 3 mm. After 3 mm you have to extrude it, and I will say okay. See, and in next step, just want to extrude the hexagonal portion, as you can see here inside the hole. Let me zoom it a little bit, and you can see the hexagonal portion over here. So how I did this, as you can see, let me come to edit feature, and I just extruded the entire sketch, and I just take an offset of 6 mm, and as you can see here, this time you have to choose up to next. Okay, See? And next, what we have done, we have to create a pattern of this because we need the same thing on this side. How I done this? Come to edit feature. You have to select the entire face because about this face I want to get a pattern like this. You have to choose degree of 90 and number of entities 2 for now, and I will say OK. And at the last we want to add some chamfers. Which are this one. Now you will see. Come to edit feature. This chamfer and this chamfer. You have to clear the section and selecting the proper edges that you want to be chamfer, this and this, and you have to come downward, assigning the chamfer distance for now at a degree of 45. I will say OK. So this is how the whole part is done. And let me change the orientation isometric. Make sure you have to keep it in perspective. See? So hopefully you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any problem in making of this part, just write in comment. I will replay for that. And if you need any of the desired part, just write in comment. I will make a separate tutorial on that. Okay? So don't forget to like our channel videos and support us. Thanks for watching.